Have you ever watched a film that feels so real it seems like a glimpse into someone's actual life? Well, get ready, because today I'm sharing 20 surprising facts about the 2011 indie gem Weekend that you probably didn't know. Let's dive straight in.
You just understand that some people just want to be happy.
Are you happy?
I am absolutely fine.
Sure you are.
Don't presume that you understand me. You think just because I want a relationship that you know me.
No, I don't.
I can see it in your eyes, Glenn, that you want one too.
Number 1. Andrew Haigh's Passion Project.
When I was writing the scripts and people were like, is anybody going to want to watch this who isn't gay? Because you are talking a lot about being gay and about gay issues and gay struggles. And my argument was, in some strange way, the more precise you become about an experience, the more universal, weirdly, it actually becomes. And so I was never really scared about that.
Weekend was a deeply personal labor of love for director Andrew Haigh. He'd worked as an editor on larger studio films, but felt drawn to create something more intimate and authentic on his own terms. Motivated by the stories he believed were underrepresented, Haigh poured his personal experiences and observations into crafting this script. The result is a film that resonates with raw honesty, focusing on the nuances of a brief yet transformative connection between two men. In staying true to his own creative vision, Haigh's passion gave the film its trademark sincerity and minimalistic realism. Number 2. Made on a shoestring budget. Films often require massive budgets, but Weekend was produced for a remarkably small sum, reportedly around £120,000. This tight budget led to lean production methods. Think natural lighting, minimal equipment, and a small crew. Despite these constraints, the limitations helped shape the film's aesthetic. The handheld camera work and intimate framing feel immersive and organic, creating the sense that we're quietly observing real lives, rather than watching a polished studio production. Number 3. Shot in Nottingham. While big productions often feature iconic cities, Weekend chose the humble backdrop of Nottingham, England. Andrew Haigh spent time exploring local spots, pubs, and clubs to capture the authenticity of a setting that reflected the character's world. By embracing the character of Nottingham instead of a more familiar city, the film gains a distinct, grounded feel. Viewers are plunged into an environment that mirrors the everyday realities faced by the protagonists. Number 4. A swift shooting schedule. Believe it or not, the entire filming process took place in just 17 days. With limited time and resources, the cast and crew had to work efficiently. Each scene was meticulously planned, although there was still room for organic performances. This breakneck schedule, common in indie filmmaking, added to the fresh energy on screen. It also demanded a strong focus from actors Tom Cullen and Chris New, who found themselves deeply immersed in their characters in a relatively short but intense time frame. Number 5. Natural, minimal lighting. One of Weekend's most striking aspects is its natural look, achieved through minimal or natural lighting. Cinematographer Ursula Ponticos embraced available light from windows, street lamps, and even the sun's glow at dawn. This approach not only fit the tight budget, but also brought a documentary-like realism to each frame. Scenes set in dimly lit rooms or late-night streets enhance the film's quiet, personal atmosphere, as if you're eavesdropping on private moments. Number 6. Improvisation within structure. Though the film is scripted, Andrew Haigh encouraged actors Tom Cullen, who plays Russell, and Chris New, who plays Glenn, to add spontaneity whenever it felt organic.
Ready? A little bit. Well, I'm here now. Good.
Instead of strictly reciting lines, they could modify or respond to each other in the moment. This blend of scripted dialogue and improvisation allowed for genuine reactions and a heightened sense of real-time discovery, ensuring each scene pulsed with authenticity rather than forced drama. Number 7. Festive debut at SXSW.
This guy I've met, Glenn, I met him 2 days ago. He doesn't know me, I don't know him.
The film world first got a glimpse of Weekend at the South by Southwest Film Festival in March 2011. The movie immediately resonated with critics and audiences, garnering praise for its frank storytelling and quietly powerful performances. This festival debut created a buzz that would follow the film as it reached wider audiences, proving that small-scale stories could make a big impact when told with heartfelt sincerity. Number 8. A story, spanning 48 hours.
All the boys go running naked around the lake.
Oh, I see.
And I've frozen the video just on the moment when you could see Rupert Graves cocked, and you know it's like when you pause video, it's shuddering.
Weekend condenses its entire love story into roughly 48 hours. Russell and Glenn's whirlwind connection unfolds between a Friday night bar encounter and a Sunday departure. By confining the romance to 2 days, the film amplifies the intensity of their bond. Every scene feels urgent, like a fleeting moment that might slip away, mirroring how extraordinary connections can emerge in the everyday and vanish just as quickly. Number 9. International acclaim.
So what do you think it is about your role in Weekends that made you stand out?
That's a ridiculous question. I don't know.
Despite its very British roots, Weekend enjoyed international recognition, picking up accolades at film festivals around the world. Critics appreciated the universally relatable themes of vulnerability, intimacy, and the fear of letting someone in, no matter your background or orientation. Film societies often highlight it as a benchmark in modern LGBTQ+ cinema, praising its restrained style and stirring performances. Number 10. Tom Cullen's breakthrough.
You know what? Yeah, things could be fucking better and easier, but I am absolutely fine.
For Tom Cullen, playing Russell was a significant career milestone. Before Weekend, he had a few smaller roles, but his sensitive portrayal of an introspective lifeguard unsure of his own desires catapulted him into the spotlight. Cullen won the British Independent Film Award for Most Promising Newcomer, a testament to how effectively he conveyed Russell's delicate vulnerability and earnest longing. Hey, quick pause. If you're enjoying this deep dive, consider clicking the join button below. You'll get exclusive early video releases, connect with fellow film enthusiasts, and discover more hidden gems in LGBTQ+ cinema. Your support truly matters, so join us and help keep these explorations going. Number 11. Andrew Haigh's personal connections.
Thank you. This was a really hard film to get made. No one wanted to support it. No one wanted to give us any money. And we thought everyone would kind of hate it. So this is very nice. Thank you very much indeed.
Andrew Haigh has mentioned in interviews that the emotional backbone of Weekend was partly informed by his own experiences. While the narrative itself isn't a straightforward autobiography, his first-hand observations of club culture, fleeting connections, and the complexities of modern relationships helped shape the film's sense of realism. This personal touch is evident in the film's unflinchingly honest portrayal of intimacy. Number 12. Influence on HBO's Looking.
We all Scarper, and you're fucking left there stoned out in Mars.
The success of Weekend caught the attention of major studios, ultimately leading to Haigh's involvement with the HBO series Looking. Though the series focuses on a group of gay friends in San Francisco, it carries over Weekend's trademark sincerity and quietly observant style. Haigh's knack for depicting small but profound moments in LGBTQ+ lives was a direct extension of the understated brilliance he showcased in Weekend. Number 13. The quiet sound design. If you pay close attention to Weekend's soundscape, you'll notice how quiet it is compared to many other films. Rather than filling scenes with background music or heightened sound effects, Andrew Haigh decided on a more subdued approach, often letting ambient noises or silence speak volumes. This choice underscores the film's intimacy, highlighting the pauses and hesitations in conversations as characters work through their insecurities. Number 14. Themes of identity and honesty.
You need to stop smoking, mate. So I'll get you a 3-day pass.
It's a nice place you brought me to.
While the film is a tender romance, its thematic weight goes beyond love. Weekend delves into issues of self-acceptance, the stories we tell about ourselves, and the courage it takes to share one's truth. Russell's reticence and Glenn's brash frankness become two sides of a conversation on authenticity. How do we define ourselves to others? And how does that self-definition shape our connections? Number 15. Real-life inspiration for Glenn's art.
Whoa. Is it really wrong that I find the whole orphan thing pretty sexy?
Glenn's audio recordings of personal stories reflect a real practice that intrigued Haigh, collecting narratives of private, intimate moments to examine how people present themselves to the world. While Glenn's character is fictional, the concept of audio interviews capturing raw emotions is drawn from real-life art and documentary practices. It's a meta-commentary on how storytelling can create empathy or spark uncomfortable honesty. Number 16. Mostly linear filming. Unlike some indie films that shoot scenes out of order, Haigh aimed to film Weekend chronologically whenever possible. This approach gave Tom Cullen and Chris New the chance to evolve their on-screen relationship in sync with the story. As Russell and Glenn's connection grows, the actors' real-life rapport also deepened, amplifying the story's authenticity and capturing the fragile progression of their 48-hour intimacy. Number 17. Chris New's stage background. Before he played Glenn, Chris New was already recognized for his impressive work in theater. He brought that same raw, in-the-moment energy from stage performance into the film. His background in live acting contributed to Glenn's spontaneous, bold persona. Coupled with Tom Cullen's understated approach, their differing acting styles mirror the characters' contrasting worldviews, enhancing the dynamic that drives the film forward. Number 18. Awards and critical praise.
Which is probably why we agreed to do sex scenes and nudity. But we're really pleased that everybody did, and the support has been incredible.
Weekend didn't just resonate with festival crowds, it also earned multiple accolades. Beyond Tom Cullen's British Independent Film Award, the film was nominated for the John Cassavetes Award at the Independent Spirit Awards, highlighting its achievement as a standout indie project. Critics universally applauded Haigh's delicate direction and the authentic chemistry between the leads, cementing Weekend as an indie masterpiece. Number 19. A word-of-mouth success. Despite modest box office returns, Weekend thrived on word-of-mouth and critical endorsements. It found a dedicated following among fans searching for nuanced LGBTQ+ stories. Over time, streaming platforms expanded its audience, allowing more viewers worldwide to stumble upon Russell and Glenn's story. Its growing reputation as a modern queer classic is proof that heartfelt storytelling has lasting power. Number 20. Legacy as a contemporary classic.
Well, you know what it's like when you first sleep with someone you don't know.
Yes.
More than a decade after its release, Weekend is consistently listed among the best LGBTQ+ films ever made. Its quiet courage in exploring raw intimacy and emotional vulnerability set new standards for modern queer cinema. The film's modest production values and understated style prove that a compelling story, grounded in truth, can resonate for years to come. Weekend continues to be a reference point for filmmakers wanting to create works that are both intensely personal and universally relatable. Thanks for sticking with me through these 20 fascinating facts about Weekend. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe for more cinematic secrets. Until next time, take care and keep exploring the magic of film.